Right, hello everybody, welcome to a very quick video. Look, loads of info is dropping today, and in particular, MCOC Journal, link is in the description. Shout out to MCOC Journal for getting the gameplay, because that's the thing, right? The gameplay of Mangog and as well Odin. Very excited, very optimistic with what I'm going to see, especially with what we've gone over. We've done two abilities videos overviewing these kind of like these champions. Of the two, they do look pretty sick, to be honest. Damage output, utility, you name it, it's there. So let's react to this. Let's have a look at this, break it down, pause things here and there. Movements I like. Size-wise, I'm confused. These look pretty big, but they don't look that big. And that's the biggest thing with these champions. It's meant to be a case with Mangog and as well Mangog really, it should be like a really tall champion, and I don't know if it's really there on size. It's like to me like I imagine Dragon height of Sentinel. I don't know just yet if it's there. We'll only really find that out on Wednesday. But the movements are pretty cool. Applying that stag is pretty efficient, so that's something of a positive. Whoa! Yeah, that's that SP2. That's that power steal, man. That power steal is going to be really helpful, especially when it comes to like having a champion that can power control, that can stagger, that can nullify, that can do a lot of energy damage, and as well can switch between different types of immunities with that SP1, which you see like is it just got immune to something there. Hatred popping up to 10. So at 10, expecting this champion to go in rage, and expecting with the SP2. Oh my God, what a melter! And go straight into that stun as well. God, what the? Hang on. So 71%. Was that 71% or 70%? 62%. And then I just want to see this again. Like it just melts. Like a nice melting damage. And you can see you're unstoppable at the moment. This is the point of spamming the heavy attacks. Do bear in mind when Journal posts this stuff, it's not a case of showcasing how to play the champion. It's a showcase of the champion, just gameplay. SP3 is pretty... Oh, goes dark. That's bad. The lights are out and not good. Wow, look at those staggers. God, it's just lining up. 10 stag, 11, 12, 13, 14. How many staggers do you want? Is the thing there. That's a huge amount of staggers to put on. Oh, so that's the SP3. You kind of like you get bigger. I mean that makes sense. Like that's where the champion's getting big. That regeneration coming in, it's not so extensive. It's only with the signature ability and going into the using the unstoppable that you can get yourself some good regen. It's a bit back and forth really. This is just back and forth with the SP3s. That one on the left is going to like do one smack and it's down after being stunned. It's going to be lights out in a second. Or you allow it. That's the thing. Journal's allowing this to play out a little bit more, but there we go. There's the power still, and there's the end of the fight. From what I've seen, it looks pretty impressive. The SP2 seems to be the narrative of play to do the extensive amount, but it's the stuff that you didn't see, which is the unstoppable channeling from the heavy attack. Heavy attack channeling, heavy attack. Powering, whatever you want to call it. Okay, this is the exciting point of seeing how my boy works, and this is going to be exciting. We've talked about this in the videos, so if you haven't seen them, please go and check out the videos where we've talked about how this champion can have some decent stuff. Hashtag hero, which it's kind of odd, even with a lot of the villainous past that Odin might have. But he is a hero to a lot of people, whether it's Norse gods or people that follow Norse religion. So yeah, I'm excited. Seeing all the abilities, the crossfight, the one that kind of turns him into a cosmic apocalypse, especially because apocalypse is all about debuffs, whereas Odin's all about buffs. So you're going to see this very, very quickly. Start with the Fury buff, pretty cool, and then again like ramping up that. We've got the armor up buff, which is good, which is staying on there. And then it's going to be a case of the True Strike. Very easy to rotate around the True Strike, which is going to be great to take on those that are Spider-Verse. Good amount of damage there with that heavy attack. And as well putting that special in. Like, that's not... Well, a special is not a huge amount of damage. But I think this is going to be where the SP2 is going to be the kind of the might of... There's a lightning. Oh, that's a nice amount of energy damage there. Now, the difference is the one on the left has more buffs than the one on the right. So that's 4,500 then, what seemed to be a heavy attack. And let's see. SP3 turn, baby. Oh, this is good. Oh, that's very, very good. Oh, that's very, very nice. That's very nice. Oh, yeah. Just looks good. Huge amounts of damage there. Let's see what the 14% Odin can do on hitting the 51%, because I wasn't paying attention there. So 51% down to 20%. I gotta be honest, I think there's going to be a different narrative to the playstyle with this to maximize damage output. But like you're seeing the numbers here. You're seeing all those buffs, which is just incredible. The energize and stuff. If you can pause them, but also the length of time it takes to keep those on. And like I can imagine the if we're seeing some big crit numbers, big yellow numbers, and a lot of crit damage, things are going to be fantastic. And that's just like I am hoping. Odin's been a character I've wanted for such a long time. I am seeing some good numbers here. There's a lot of stuff like do bear in mind, as I said, MCOC Journal is all about showcasing the champion, and not the narrative how to plays when it comes to these kind of like champion showcases, just the special attacks, the animations and stuff like that. Like you're just kind of looking at this and looking at that and going like, oh, that's not too powerful. Like off that SP1, I want to say it's not that powerful. But that's a 6,600 energy bit of damage there. However, though that can be ramped up, I can imagine that the more buffs you have, the more kind of specials you do, would have kind of delivered more, and that's where the SP2 is particularly powerful, and the SP3 is just like is equally as good, taking like what 48% down to 14%. That's a lot of damage still from an SP3. It's very, very impressive. So yeah, I really do like what I see. I like the way that the champion is built, especially when it goes into the SP3 animations of that throwing of the spear. That's pretty impressive in any case. But this champion is going to be a lot of fun. I think a lot of people are very worried about this, especially because a lot of the comparisons to the likes of Cosmic Ghost Rider. I don't know if I can see it being as good on the damage side of things. However, though, I think the energy-based damage will be the saving grace of the SP2. The more buffs you have, the more damage you do with the SP2. I think that was what we read, which we didn't really see in this video. But again, this is down to like we've got to see that in a further showcase. But yes, this has been a little video going over this. I've put a link in the description to MCOC Journal's video. I thought I really needed to see this to see how it played out. I'm still kind of like positive about what I've seen, but I do think there could be some more that's like not there that could meet the eye. But yeah, anyway, check out some other content located up there. I should be doing a live stream very, very shortly over on twitch.tv/RichTheMan live, and hopefully get to see you then. In any case, have a lovely evening, and I'll probably post buff videos tomorrow. It's just that there's a lot of content I've pushed out today. I think this makes it the 5th video of the day, and I think like maybe like a 6th, 7th, or 8th would be a bit too much. So maybe I'll do the buff videos tomorrow.